Wildcard entry, so for the likes of Schwanitz and Rojas, none of that nervous qualifying at the start of next year. Ewa Swoboda, well, she lost her unbeaten record here this evening, but she has been the standout performer over 60 metres. And we've seen some big smiles from her, but she actually doesn't quite look as happy as we've seen her recently.
She doesn't. I think she was just shocked. You know, Marie-Joseph Tellou just pulled that out of nowhere, but still she finished with 7:10, which is the second fastest of the season, and, you know, one of the fastest times in the world. But it was just one of those races where it was over before it began. Oh, there you go. There we go. She's smiling. She's happy.
So, 3 of the 4 who are on the presentation podium. And so on the left of the shot, Jarrett Eaton, who the world indoor silver medalist, he went with us right at the start of the day, disqualified for a full start in Heat 1 earlier on, so he didn't get to celebrate it with a victory here this evening. But he's always a smiley character, he's a boisterous character, he enjoys Eaton, that they basically infringed pretty much the same, but one of them was allowed to run, one of them wasn't. But now the carefully positioned look like Jarrett Eaton's got fireworks coming out of his head. He's suddenly recovered his emotions now, isn't he?
Yeah, it's great to see him here. I mean, obviously we wanted to see him run, but if he never actually turned up to this meeting, we wouldn't have got him to see him on the, you know, the podium. But yeah, I just don't know what happened. You know, we've not been given that information. I just don't know whether Ontego was just more experienced and just thought, you know, I'll go and find the facts out. When Jarrett Eaton walked off, you know, he was shaking his head like he didn't agree with the decision, but maybe he should just go to the officials and ask for a bit more of an explanation.
By the way, Christina Schwanitz didn't quite have the same moves as the other 3 there, did she? Wasn't trying to get involved in the funny moves there on the right. But Jarrett Eaton, I guess there's no psychological advantage because, for example, he's not at the European indoors, so it's nothing to do with him against Ortega at the Europeans, because Jarrett Eaton is not obviously involved in that. I guess very frustrating when you prepare for a meeting, you don't get to run, but this is one of the perils of being a sprinter, is that this will happen occasionally. But I suppose, yeah, from that point of view, I suppose he's thinking, well, we pretty much did the same thing. We infringed, defending champion, of course, at the European indoors. He was saying, I'm not going to be there, I'm not going to Glasgow, I've got a quad injury. All of a sudden, from nowhere, he's named in the team, and fitness pending, and here he is now in Düsseldorf with 2 races to...
And he's done 2:29, he's done his 2:34, he's done his 2:35, and Rojas just wants to join in again, you know.
She's everywhere. So we're joined on the podium by Ewa Swoboda in the blue top there, who takes the women's 60 metres, but lost to Tellou, who set a new personal best and world lead this evening. Rojas in the triple jump. Didn't have it all her own way this evening, but came through late with a late jump to take the lead. And Jarrett Eaton, who mixed emotions for him, he's on the podium in the arena, and right behind him, the men's 60-metre hurdlers have just walked off to be reintroduced to the crowd. And Eaton would have expected to be in one of the centre lanes for the final, and he's not even in the lineup. Just disqualified after a full start earlier on. Personalities and making themselves accessible to their fans, and just, I guess, revealing a bit, not revealing in terms of details of their life, but just revealing a bit about themselves. There's no doubting what Rojas is about, is there?